Hi everyone, this is RANA sir. Welcome dears to the RANA sir educational channel. Today I will talk on a topic whose name is the coordinate geometry. In this chapter I will explain the remaining theory and then I will also solve some questions which are based on this topic. Okay student, in previous class I have already explained theory and numericals value, and also here I have to explain the remaining portion of the concept of the coordinate geometry, and then I will also solve some numericals on which are based on this topic. Okay student, now further I am going to explain the information which are written on the blackboard. First of all I will give some suggestion point and positively you have to follow it. Okay student, first of all you have to take one notebook and one pen, and then you have to sit at your location properly with positively. Okay student, now you have to also simultaneously like this live video, and also you have to subscribe this educational channel, and also you have to share this live video with your colleagues, friends and students so that they can also improve their knowledge on this topic. That is to each and every student has to concentrate on this topic from starting to end, because they will put your attention on this point so they will get good knowledge on this topic. Okay student, now further I am going to explain it. Okay, this is the class 10th mathematics. It is based on English medium and also it is based on NCERT pattern, because NCERT pattern that is written in compact form, because a particular sentences which gives several meaning. So each and every sentences has meaningful, and you have to elaborate it. After elaborating, and then you will know what is the real concept of NCERT, because NCERT is the important syllabus. That is, in other words, we can say that each and every information which are written in language, in word problem, in language word, that is in words, and each and every informations are available in words. And when student will read each and every sentence clearly, and they will take any imagination on that sentence, so student will show this is important book. That is, so each and every student has to focus NCERT, because each and every syllabus which is based on this topic. Okay, and this is belongs to in CSE book. Okay student, now each and every textbook is derived from NCERT book, because NCERT book is the universal set. In other words, we can say universal set, because each and every textbook is derived from this NCERT book, because in textbook there are many questions are given is on a particular topic, but in NCERT pattern only one numerical will be based on a one topic. Okay, so therefore its book is very thin, but textbook you will get two five. So in textbook there are many questions are available, but in NCERT pattern that is concise in the simple. Okay students, so each and every student must follow this NCERT book. Okay, now it is based on CBSE pattern. Now chapter 6, which is whose name is coordinate geometry, because coordinate geometry is very important, because it is also used in coordinate geometry, that is calculus, algebra, and also separate mathematics book I read in class 11th and also 12th. I did coordinate geometry, so that is also important. Now in 3D, that is three-dimensional coordinate geometry, I also read this concept, because in 2D I know only about the information on the x-axis and also on the y-axis, but in 3D I will also read one additional axis, that will be the z-axis. x-axis, y-axis, and one axis will be z-axis. So it is very important topic. Okay, so now next topic. In previous classes I have already explained about the quadrant and also the sign of the quadrant. If any point will available, so I will say that point will lie either in first quadrant, second, third, or fourth quadrant, or I can also explain that point will lie on the x-axis or y-axis, or on the positive x-axis or negative x-axis, or positive y-axis or negative y-axis, or at origin. So according to the information of the coordinate, I will explain each and every topic in detail. Now next topic I have to explain about the distance between any 2 points in a Cartesian plane. Cartesian plane, it means that one line I will take that is parallel to the horizontal axis, and one line will be perpendicular to the horizontal axis, and which line is perpendicular to the horizontal axis, I will say that line is known as the y-axis, and the line which is parallel to the x-axis, and that line I will say that is the x-axis. Now in the Cartesian plane, I will draw x-axis and y-axis, and then I will take any 2 points, and I will say the coordinate of that point is, first point is x1 and y1, and second point will be x2 comma y2, and then I will I will take the perpendicular distance from that point, and that line will cut the x-axis, and I will take the abscissa length and also ordinate length, and then I will say there is existing one right angle triangle. I will use the Pythagoras theorem. After using the Pythagoras theorem, I will get the distance between 2 given point. Okay students, so this formula is important, and one question can be asked in your UP board exam, also in CBSE board exam. Many questions can be asked, but one question must be available. Okay students, so this topic is very important. If any point, if 2 points are given, so one question will be there, you find the distance between those 2 points. So we will use this formula for evaluating the distance of the given points. So I will draw a Cartesian plane. So one line I will draw, that is vertical line, and one line I will draw, that is the horizontal line, and horizontal line I will say that is the x-axis. Here I will write the x-axis. Here I will write clearly x-axis. One point is the x-axis, and other line I will say that is the y-axis. Now I have to take 2 points in the Cartesian plane. So this point I will say Cartesian plane, and this is the origin, and this coordinate will be 0. So I will write here, this is the intersection point, and this intersection point I will say the origin, because origin stands for O stands for origin. So in origin, first letter your O, so therefore here I have to write O. So coordinate of O will be 0, that is origin. Okay, now I am taking one point here P, and its coordinate I am saying x1 comma y1, and other point I have to take here Q. One point I will take here P, and other point here I will take Q. So its coordinate will be x2 comma y2. So 2 points I have taken in the Cartesian plane. First point whose name is P, and its coordinate is x1 comma y1, and second point I have taken Q, and its coordinate is written here x2 comma y2. Now I will join these 2 points. So after joining, I will see this diagram as. Now further I have put one information. I will draw a line which is perpendicular to the x-axis from the given point. So here this line is perpendicular to on the x-axis. Okay, and also again I will draw a line which is perpendicular from the point Q to line x2, line x. So these 2 points, from these 2 points I have drawn 2 perpendicular. So this is the perpendicular distance. Now again I will draw a line which is parallel to the x-axis from point P. So from the point P, so here I will write as one point that will be M. So this from the point P I am drawing a line which is meeting at the point M, and it is also perpendicular to line. Here I am saying this is M. So line QM, it is perpendicular also. So here I am saying, according to the figure, P M Q, this is a right angle triangle, and always Pythagorean theorem is always applied in right angle triangle. So here I will apply the Pythagoras theorem, and I will get the distance between P and Q. So that distance can be obtained by the formula. So I am going to find the value from this line to y axis. I will say this is the x1. This length will be x1. From the y-axis and from this line I have to consider this is the x1. Now similarly I will say from this line to from this y-axis to this line I have taken the value that will be x2. So this value will be x2. So this value will be x2. Now we have to consider this value Pm. What will be the value of P? So I will take total distance x2 minus x1. So this distance will be x2 minus x1. This distance will be x2 minus x1. So I have written according to this way. So this is the required information between P and M. So between P and M I have to write information. That information will be x2 minus x1, because from this line and this line, between these two lines I have taken here distance x1, and from this line and y-axis I have taken here x2. So distance between P and M will be x2 minus x1. Similarly I will take this length. So this length I have to write here, this length will be x. This length will be x. I will say from this point to this line I will say y1, and this from this point to this point that will be y2. So y2 minus y1, this will be y2 minus y1. This will be y2 minus y1. y2 minus y1. So here I have to write y2 minus y1. So after applying Pythagoras theorem, I will say this is the y2 minus y1. This distance will be y2 minus y1. This will so in here I have to write this. Here I have to write in right angle triangle PMQ. I have to apply Pythagoras according to Pythagoras. According to Pythagoras. According to Pythagoras theorem, in the PMQ, I will use the Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem is applied in the right angle triangle. So in the right angle triangle, I have written as Pythagoras theorem. So Pythagoras theorem is equal to hypotenuse square PQ whole square, which is equal to base PM square. PM square plus M2 square. So this is what I have here. So these are the information I have taken from the diagram, because this is the y-axis and this is the x-axis, and P. This distance will be x1 and this distance will be y1. And at point Q, this coordinate is x2 over y2, and this distance from this point to this point will be x2, and from this point to this point will be further I will simplify. I will x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So within all this I will actually this is the formula for getting distance between 4 points in the triangle. So this is the formula. Distance between 2 points. So the student has to get right. Okay. Now this formula can be utilized. Sometimes student can write this formula as square x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2. Distance between 2 points and difference between x is whole square plus difference between y whole square. In other words, we can say that the 2 points are given. So I can write the formula between 2 points that will be written as x2 minus x2 whole square plus y2 minus y2 minus y2 whole square, and that gives the square. So this is the formula. Due to some follows I am going to calculate it. Next time I will make this and I will into the sum problem I am going to calculate. Okay, Jai Hind. have to consider here because more point is given here P S1 comma Y1 and the point is given here X1 can be positive negative X2 Y2 can be positive negative can be taken on the given equation. Now I am going to the 2 points are given. Here 2 points are given. So here I so 1 point is other point is 5 comma minus. Now this point I will use further after simplifying I will get this will be 8 64 5 by 85. Student here you see here I will take minus 5 whole square and then we will take from minus 5 to times minus 5 into minus 5. So multiplication of minus minus that will be plus and 5 into 5 that will be 25. So then I will take the square of minus 5 it will become 25. So directly I can get 25. For this one now I will take this summation. So 5 plus 4 that will be 9 and 6 6 plus 2 that will be A. That will be A. So this is only intermediate factor AB. So AB value is 459. So this is the answer of the given question. So according to this way, 2 points will be given. So we can easily find the distance between these 2 points by using the distance formula. That distance formula is as if one point is x1 y1 and other point is x2 y2, so I will write the distance between these 2 points, that will be as one point I will say P and other point I will say Q. So the distance between PQ will be as square root. I will write the x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. In other words, we can also say that x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square. In other words, we can say that the square root of difference between f6 whole square plus coordinate whole square. That will be the formula, and that formula we have Jai Hind audience.